Welcome to class 28 of business environment, and in this class we are going to study what is the impact of socio-cultural environment on business. So we know socio-cultural environment will have an influence on business. So it has an impact, or it is a very important environment factors that should be analyzed while formulating business strategies. The buying and consumption habits of people, their language, their belief and values, customs and tradition. So also the taste, preference, education. So these all are the factors that affects the business. Okay, so success of business depends on what? The relationship that the business establishes with its customers, employees, government, society, etc. So these relationships are influenced by what? So these are influenced by your socio-cultural environment. So business which understands the socio-cultural practices and prepares its plan and program on these aspects will achieve whatever it is been desired, or we can say it can achieve its desired results or success, right? So business should understand it. So management of business, its product, marketing strategies, business deals and negotiation, HRM, so etc. All these activities or all these aspects influenced by the socio-cultural environment. So the first here is how the socio-cultural environment will have impact on management. So as I told you in the previous class, the business practices compared to the Western culture, our Indian business is normally managed by the family members. Okay, so Indian business is family oriented. What happens? Indian business is family oriented, so the management of business is also family oriented, or we can say most families control and manage the business. Okay, so what happens here? Whatever decisions they are going to take in the management, so that will have an influence of family values and principles. Okay, the next is impact on product. So how it makes an impact on product? So product development is there, and product marketing. So that depends upon socio-cultural restrictions. How? So when we say product means we can include food also, cloth also. Okay, so the consumption habits, so habits of the person, okay, so who is living in a particular society, then the climate, what is prevailing in the society, conditions, and what is the culture in the society. So based on that you are going to prepare a product, right? So normally when we say food, compared to the Western culture, our Indian like to eat the food prepared at home, right? So compared to them, we see the safety, or we see the cleanliness or safety. So compared to taste, we see the safety and healthy things. So at that time what happens? Whatever decision you are going to take to produce something, so that will, or you have to consider the socio-cultural environment factors. Okay, so when it comes to the clothing, what happens? The Western culture is different from Indian. India is a very traditional things. People in India wear a traditional wear. So wearing the Western wears, so that is not acceptable by society sometimes, right? The next impact of socio-cultural environment on business is impact on marketing. So how it impacts on marketing? So there are some marketing strategies. So marketing strategies like channel of distribution, sale promotion, etc. So these all are also cultural based. So Indian society is a traditional society, so they follow the old channel of manufacturing or channel of distribution like manufacturer, wholesaler, retailer. So that is popular here. So small retail stores in gullies are popular sales outlets in India. So departmental stores, big bazaars and super bazaars so are not still in fashion, or we can say not a good, not a acceptable fashion. So in olden days, what now we have modernized, so that is different. So normally what happens, we follow the old things, right? So business has to understand these realities in deciding the distribution network, sales, promotion and advertising. So these all are based on the lifestyle of people. So the next is impact on HRM. So here HRM means human resource management. So human resource management, so we know policies of HRM are different in India compared to the West, right? So labors in the West has work culture, so it is disciplined and dedicated. So workers in the West are self-motivated. So factors like job satisfaction, better working condition, promotion opportunity, motivating them. So these are the conditions what we see in the workers of Western culture. So laborers in India need strong motivation, especially they need the monetary incentives. So in India we need stronger motivation. So like we have to get a better salary. So that itself is a stronger motivation, right? Seniority has a preference over merit. So authority, responsibility line normally moves in between senior and juniors, and the juniors and the subordinates. The seniors are the elder people who do not appreciate a junior or the youngest boss, right? So the caste system is there, so that factor plays an important role in selection, promotion, etc. So these aspects are to be considered by an organization in deciding its HRM policies, right? Then last is impacts on contracts. So contract have a contract cultural implication, political connection, corruption plays a very important role in India in finalizing the deals. So these are the things which is a barrier, right? So development of backward regions are always considered. So in Western society, business deals and negotiates are based on economic consideration and care is taken to protect the environment. So whether it is in India or Europe or any other country, each society has its own socio-cultural environment. Business is a part of a socio-cultural setup. Survival and growth of business depends upon to what extent the business can adopt to the socio-cultural background. So this cultural adoption is necessary to the MNCs. So when they establish their firms in the foreign or establish their firms in India or the foreign country or other countries, such MNCs have to understand the cultural environment of that country to ensure the successful business. Thank you.